What's up guys, Rydek here from Rogue Sheep Gaming, and today I'm going to be bringing you a helium filament farm. Now this is going to include both the chests and helium filaments that are sort of strewn about the map. And these designs, I kind of designed them to maximize the amount of helium filaments that you can get per run. So as you can see, we're just going to go ahead and head up from the initial patrol spawn, and we're just going to start off on the right and just keep running around the edge of the map. Usually chests and filaments do spawn. Filaments will spawn in these areas right around in here. And usually on this first little back platform here, a chest or filaments will spawn in these areas. And then along the right hand wall edge here, filaments also spawn along here. And we're just going to hop over this vandal here, and elements on top of here. And also on top of this little building here, there can be a chest, and there's also chest or filaments that can spawn on the bridge supports here for the monorail system. And we're just going to avoid death by heading back here. Now a chest does spawn back here. And we're just going to go ahead and keep moseying on down. Sorry if there's a little bit of noise in the background. I've got some road construction going on outside of my house here. So if you guys are picking that up, sorry about that. And go ahead and enter that first little cave. And that will actually get you a chest. And we're just going to go ahead and continue down. Now sometimes filaments do spawn up on top of here as well. And then they can also spawn on this little side platform here. They can spawn in there as well. And we're just going to keep running back. And as you can see, there's the original cave that we just came out of, in case you guys are getting lost or confused. And we're just going to keep going in a big circle here. Now we're going to head towards the sort of bombed out glass domed structure building. And as we come around here, sometimes filaments can spawn right here. And we also have more filaments or a chest that can sometimes spawn back here. And we're just going to hop back over here. Make sure that we don't perish in the process. And then we're actually going to go inside of the building. Now, filaments can spawn out here on the floor. They can pretty much spawn out anywhere, including up top here. And as we head up top, we can actually head around, and there sometimes is a chest that spawns on the very top. And we're going to drop down and actually head outside, down in the Hellmouth region. And filaments can spawn sometimes in this little depression area next to this pipe right here. They can also be covered with snow, so make sure that you sort of run over that area to make sure. Now you cannot bring your sparrow down in this area, or you can bring your sparrow down in this area, you just cannot summon it from this location. So if you're using your sparrow to sort of speed up the process, make sure that you do bring it down here, and that if you do find a chest, you get off and get on rather quickly. And we're just going to go ahead and head back up through. We're going to go ahead and hit one more cave before we enter the actual first building of the moon that you enter. Just sort of hopping along here. Sometimes elements can spawn on the left hand side. And right here is where I'm just going to pretty much, because it's taking a little bit too long to run over there, just go ahead and pull out the sparrow. Now usually with these cave entrances, like I said before, you kind of want to check behind every little nook and cranny. If you see the green little lights that appear on the chest, then you're good to go. Let's go ahead and enter this building. Sometimes filaments can spawn right there. And as we enter the building, they can also spawn on the ground floor pretty much anywhere in this room, along the walls and sort of in between these boxes. I'm going to go ahead and I run over some right here, and I'll go ahead and go back and collect those. Now, and also in this room there are two little like kind of side rooms that you can go into. Chests do spawn in those. They sometimes spawn on top of the little servers that are in there, and they also spawn on the floor. Coming back through here, you also make sure to continue to look for filaments. And as we head out, there's one more little side room that you guys can check out. Sometimes the chests, like I said, spawn on top of the servers, or they do spawn on the floor. Now as we exit, we're going to continue to the right. Well, actually, we're not going to continue to the right now. We're just going to go ahead and kind of walk out to the center, because sometimes elements do spawn out in this area. Now as we jump on this little platform here to the right, sometimes there is a chest that can spawn up in the back area, either side of the actuators on that building. And sometimes filaments can spawn in this little back corner right here. Just make sure that you be really careful when you pick those up not to fall off. And underneath that platform we were just on, sometimes a chest does spawn underneath here. And then going on the back side, right behind the mission beacon, sometimes a chest spawns back here as well. And there'll also be filaments that sometimes spawn on this back side right here. I almost thought that there were the filaments there, but that was the get the mission beacon. And then filaments can spawn there. Now this is about the time that I usually head into the buildings to sort of do a clean sweep of this area. Now chests can spawn, like I say, on top of the servers or in the corners. And as you see here, we find another chest. Now, as I usually complete the sweep inside of the buildings, I like to jump on top of the buildings, because sometimes filaments do spawn. They like to spawn right there and right there as well. And if you go in here, they like to spawn right there and in that little depression area right here. And then when you get to this point, you can also kind of do a hard jump and sort of see if there's any chests that appear. A chest likes to randomly appear up on top of the monorail. And just go ahead and continue your sweep around to the right. Some filaments will spawn right there, and as you can see, there's the initial patrol point that we did spawn in from. And filaments can spawn in there and spawn in and around it. Anywhere, pretty much in this area, there's a kind of an open-ended spawn system for those filaments right here. And as we continue to the right, we're pretty much going to head back to initially where we were. Just make sure that you check inside of this building right before you sort of end your little trip, because sometimes a chest does spawn in this building. It can spawn right where it is or up on top of the servers. And you're just going to continually run around in a giant circle to the right once you get out of the initial patrol area. And that's pretty much going to wrap up this run for you guys. I hope you guys find the video helpful. And I'll be putting out more map material runs here in the next few days to sort of top this off. And continue the glorious experience that we call Destiny. I'm just going to sort of check in these last little spots here where filaments do spawn in the backside here. And we're going to go ahead, and since there's a chest right here, and we already collected a chest right here, I'm going to go ahead and call this video, like I was trying to do the outro for it about 5 seconds ago. But anyway guys, this is Rydek from Rogue Sheep Gaming. Hope you enjoyed the video.